Hi guys, welcome back to another chapter day series. I hope you guys are doing fine and staying alright. This is a new chapter, second day of the new week, and we have 11 more days until we're done with the book of Joshua. Yay! I can't really wait for us to celebrate because it will be two books that we've officially read in the Bible completely. I'm currently reading Joshua chapter, I think 22. Yeah, because I'm 5 chapters ahead of your chapter day reading plan. Nope, it's Joshua chapter 21. Yeah, so I need to read 3 more chapters and I'll be done. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing fine and staying alright. So previously on Joshua, we read Joshua chapter 12, which talked about Joshua and the Israelites defeating 31 kings in the land of Canaan by God's grace. So basically, the Israelites and Joshua, they crossed the river of Jordan, and then, after crossing the river of Jordan, they captured some lands and cities and some kings. They defeated them. They fought at the walls of Jericho, and officially they entered the land of Canaan. But in Canaan, there were kings which had possession. They had possession of different lands and cities and towns and stuff like that. So they had to fight them to get the lands and capture them. And God helped them to capture 31 kings in total. That's mind-blowing and amazing. So today we're reading Joshua chapter 31, like I said earlier, and it is 31 verses. 33 verses. Why did my Bible say 31? Okay. 33 verses for Joshua chapter 13. So pretty long, but it's interesting. So basically this chapter talks about how the division of land. So basically now, the kings have been defeated. Now they have possession of the land. Now they have to divide this land according to the tribes of the Israelites. So yeah, that's what they're doing. And it also talks about how Joshua has not aged physically from the beginning of this journey till now. Because remember, he was the successor of Moses. And when Moses died, he was 59. So from the age 59 to currently in this chapter, he's 101 years old. He hasn't aged physically, so he still looks 59, but he is 101 years old. So that's really amazing. It still talks about how having God, or developing a discipline for God's word and the yearn to fill yourself with God's word gives you peaceful bliss, and in your inside and also in your outside you have peaceful bliss. So yeah, and a little spoiler alert, Joshua's gonna die at 110 years old. So yeah, I had to say that because it has to be said. But Moses died at 120, so it's just a 10-year difference. So Moses started earlier than Joshua. But yeah, that's basically what this chapter talks about. Some verses that stood out to me were verse 2 and verse 6. So verse 2 says, "You are old and advanced in years, and there remains yet very much land to be possessed." So basically, this was God telling Joshua, "Oh, you're very old already." Because remember, Moses started earlier than Joshua. Oh, let me see what age. Let me Google what age Moses started reading. Leading. I said reading. Moses started leading the Israelites. He was 80 years old. No, he was 40. Okay. So it was a 19-year difference from when they started. So basically, he was 40 years old when the Israelites were in the wilderness. Oh, no. I'm reading this wrong. Moses was 120 years when he died. After having spent 40 years wandering in the wilderness, this means he was 80 years when he led the Israelites out of Egypt. So he was 80 years, he spent 40. Oh, he was 80, so he was older than Joshua. So he spent 80 years when he led the Israelites out of the Egypt. He was 80, but he now spent another 40 years in the wilderness, which summed up to 120. Okay, that makes more sense. But Joshua is already old at this point. A little shade thrown at him. And the last verse that stood out to me was verse 6. "I myself will drive them out from before the people of Israel, only allot the land of Israel for an inheritance as I've commanded you. I literally just had brain freeze right there. But yeah, so basically, this was God telling Joshua that he will drive the people who are still remaining in the land of Canaan, because they're only supposed to be the Israelites in the land of Canaan because that's their promised land. But God is like, I'll drive them out by self. But you, Joshua, I want you to allocate the land among the tribes of Israel. So that's pretty straightforward and pretty amazing chapter. I feel very happy doing this because it's a chapter day. I love doing this. I really hope you guys are doing fine and staying all right. And I pray that God gives us more hope to continue, more hope and faith to continue on this walk with him, and gives us more grace to overcome temptations and sin. And I hope you guys are striving really hard to fill yourself with positive words and positive things. It's really hard for me now, and I've not been listening to a lot of podcasts, Christian podcasts, morning podcasts in the morning. I really miss that because they were just so fulfilling and just energizing, and just started my day very right by listening to a podcast. But it's okay, you know, there are times like this when you just have to take a break from your normal schedule. But I'm still happy that I can still do a chapter a day no matter what. So see you guys tomorrow. Bye.